Let's bring Larry Pennell into this conversation. Larry Pennell joins us now. We love it when Larry Pennell is here.
It's got a hat on.
Did you bring some of the goodies from Santa?
Good morning, guys. The first goodie is congratulations on La Decima Channels family.
That's right.
I think Channels will win an 11th title just before Real Madrid will go to its 11th title.
Okay,
definitely.
Champions League.
So,
Channels all the way. Channels all the way. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that. La Decima. We're still talking about it. And before Real Madrid made it 10, they went through a lot, struggled from the 9th to the 10th. We got 7, 8, 9, 10.
Come on,
like
just
it's
breezing.
Like Tyler says, like it's not.
We keep the form, Larry. But look at what he think is trying to do with Chelsea. Some people say it's mind games, some will say it's psychological, but I'm saying that he should do his research properly, know the kind of players he's dealing with before he comes out with this sort of statement.
I don't think he's going to have problems the way Mourinho had problems. I don't think he's inheriting the kind of baggage that Mourinho left with. I think he's Mr. Stability, so to speak, and that's exactly what he has brought. He did that the first time around when he came. I think it was when Scolari was sacked, and then he came. He did very well to an extent. Won the FA Cup then, and interim manager. And this is exactly what he's come to do. He knows he just has, 7 months? January, and then May is gone, so to speak. So Chelsea has to look for a new manager, and he understands that whatever positive he can get from the Chelsea squad is an addition. So if he gets them to top 4, beautiful. If he gets them into mainstream, not mainstream, Europa itself, top 6, that's fine, so to speak.
I Chelsea think, we're talking about.
No, based on,
why are you saying as if it's death
sentence?
Europa, that's the target, Europa.
Do you know how many points they need to even get that Europa?
You don't have where Chelsea's on the log right now. You 15th. Would agree with me that if he gets them into Europa, he has done very well.
Yeah, really, I think your point is it's a win-win situation for Aiden. Chelsea are rock bottom right now, make no mistake about it. So whatever he's able to achieve, like you said, if he gets to the top 4, that's fantastic. If he gets to, for me, Chelsea finishing mid-table, I think the fans will be okay with it because this is the right mid-table. Yeah, if they finish mid-table, come on, they've lost 9 times already, and it's a very bad.
Not laughing, man. I'm so worried right now.
I'm looking at the way you say it. Europa,
mid-table, acceptable. Chelsea, defending champions.
Yeah, you need to.
Okay, Manchester United.
Remember that Chelsea's own first season.
Wait.
Yeah.
A little bit of history, okay? Borussia Dortmund, as a February 4th this year, they were bottom of the Bundesliga. Okay, these things happened. They had a horrible season.
They managed to escape
relegation. They finished mid-table, but the club is still standing.
But at that time, they were not actually champions anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But they were supposed to be the main challenger to Bayern. But going from challenger to Bayern and now handing Christmas in the relegation zone wasn't good enough. But then what I'm trying to say is, it hasn't really affected the brand of the club. Borussia Dortmund is still as big as it is, even though they've not played in the Champions League this year. If Chelsea don't play in the Champions League next year, what's going to happen to them?
Well, they still have a route. They are still in the Champions League. Exactly. If they win the Champions League, they will definitely play automatically in the next season Champions League. I thought Mourinho shot himself in the foot, particularly. You mentioned always know who you're dealing with.
That's right.
And that's a very strong law of, one of the strongest laws of 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Law 19, know who you're dealing with, don't offend the wrong person.
That's right.
And I think Mourinho actually offended the wrong persons in Chelsea.
Oh, really?
Number 1, Eva Canero. Number 2, John Terry. I could say this on and on.
And even some of the guys that brought him to the club.
Hold on, guys. We're not going to go there.
Guys, because you come out of a you come out of a game, you say Chelsea can't sack me. I'm the best manager they will ever get and all of that. You're telling Mike Menalo, keep quiet, shut up. You can't get anybody better. You don't come out and make those sort of statements. Yeah. And yes, you cannot be playing match day 2. You have a problem with your medical team.
Come on, it's not a big deal.
Your medical team.
Listen, it's not a big deal because Pep Guardiola has got issues with the medical team in Bayern. The guy has left after years and years of being at Bayern. What has happened to the team?
But there was no emotional connection between players.
Come on, how do you know?
And when the woman is not involved,
there was no emotional connection.
Cecilia,
why not?
Take us to Manchester United now.
Okay.
Canelo was a big part of the dressing room.
What about the doctor at Bayern?
That's exactly what we're
Come on,
saying.
what about the
That
doctor
Mourinho
buying?
messed with the wrong person.
Nah, I don't agree with that. That's all speculations for me.
Okay, the doctor
Players
advice
should
is
be
actually
Why didn't the
male,
players
not
play for
female.
him then?
Oh, so it's
Why
all about
didn't the players
let's
not play
talk
for
about-
Why
him?
didn't the
And he
players
kept on
play
sticking
for
to
him?
them because he wanted to just keep the faith with them, make them, have that conviction that, look, I like you, so I'm staying with you. But it wasn't just working.
Yeah, there's been a lot of nonsense, a lot of bollocks written in the papers about this situation.
Football is correct.
We don't know
Football is
about.
the
We
wicked
don't know
sport.
about
You know
all
what?
these things.
What if Chelsea just gets
I'll-
relegated?
No, they can't get relegated.
I would
You
love
never
that.
know.
Okay,
If
now,
Chelsea gets relegated.
we talked about someone who actually walked out on a press conference because he was being asked the wrong questions. Even before he was asked the wrong questions, he says, "Look, you guys need to apologize to me. You can't be carrying rumor. Why I'm still here? What do you think about my family, my wife, my kids, and everyone?" So he doesn't like that. So I'm talking about Louis van Gaal. Now, what do you make of his press conference yesterday?
I thought Louis van Gaal is beginning to get on. He's now feeling the pressure. He now understands that he's in England and he's no more in Holland or any of those other countries he's been at.
Germany.
More so, the fact that Mourinho doesn't have a job, it makes Van Gaal, it makes the
Very
pressure.
uncomfortable.
Because half of the time yesterday, they kept on asking him, do you think Jose will make a good manager at Manchester United? That was disrespectful. And Wenger came out to say, it is very, very disrespectful.
Yeah. Right.
Someone still has a job, and then you're asking, Pep Guardiola may come, Mourinho may take over, and all of that. So that increased
I'll walk
the
out.
pressure on him. And I don't blame him, really. And the results have not been so good. The last 6 games, he's run 3, he's lost 3 on the trot, particularly.
Just one draw in there.
No, the last 6 games.
Yeah.
The last 6 games is at 3.
Just one draw.
Three draws. If you add the what's it called now, European games as well, lost to Wolfsburg, lost his last 2 games, Bournemouth, lost to Norwich. So he's lost 3 on the trot. And
So it's only
he
right he's
has
under
to
pressure.
start.
Yes,
he is under
he's
pressure,
under pressure.
but he's under additional pressure
When you
because
start reminding him that you lose,
two
you
reasons.
get to lose
Two
your
reasons
job.
he's under additional pressure.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola has unfairly said he will be leaving Bayern Munich
It's
at the end
not
of the
unfair.
season.
It's
Bayern Munich,
unfair.
let me say
Wenger
about
himself said it.
Bayern Munich. Usually, what they do, if they have a coach, I mean, before a coach will leave, they get to find out, like in January, if he's going to stay or not, because they need to start looking for
But
another coach.
Very
That's
true.
the tradition with
Very
Bayern
true.
Munich.
But
So it just happens
increases
that at this
the
particular time,
speculation
that Man
about
United
his
are
next port of
underperforming.
call.
That's
Increased
right.
speculation. All right, that's one. Then 2, Mourinho is available as well. So those 2, they're 2 of the best in the world when it comes to titles at the moment. It increases the pressure on Louis van Gaal.
Get the results. Get the
It's like
results.
Mourinho is going to Manchester United, all of that, and you at a press conference, you're not concentrating on Manchester United's next game. You're telling me, the manager, that, do you think Mourinho will make a good manager at Old Trafford?
Come
You're
on, I need to
slapping
play
me.
Stoke City first.
Austin, come on, guys. As a top-tier manager, you've got to learn to cope with this kind of pressures. There's no 2 ways about it. You can't escape
But
it.
don't throw
You can't
it in his
escape
face.
No,
Very
but
true,
that's what the media are there for. They're going to throw these questions at you.
But it's
However,
disrespectful, really.
It
Someone
is.
still has a job. I am talking about what could
And
be.
it's
disrespectful.
if
Why
you
don't we
check,
focus on why we're here?
Thank
Which
you.
is to actually
Talk about
the game
next
against
game.
us.
Guys,
Yes, it's a poor run of results. We agree, and I know that as a manager, I'm new to this club. Come on, guys, this club was struggling before I came.
Austin, a bit of shot.
Wasn't this club struggling before Van Gaal
Austin,
came?
Hold on. Now, the difference is, and go and check the statistics between what David Moyes was doing and, of course, what he's doing right now. I will tell you, Moyes was better because Moyes wasn't beaten by promoted side or some ridiculous names and all that. He wasn't beaten like that. Thank you, and he didn't spend that kind of money, and he did not and he didn't sell all his strikers and bring in some injury-prone kind of players into the squad and would not even play them. And the Moyes would definitely not want to use Marouane Fellaini in the midfield and tell him to play number 10.
Just a bit of short memories here. I don't understand why it keeps happening, because do you know how many times Jose got asked about his job before he eventually
But they didn't link it to anyone.
Not so easy, but he got
Who
asked
was
every time.
available?
No, it doesn't matter.
And Jose believed he was better.
Exactly. That's how you've got to deal with it. That's my point.
But not with
You've got
Van
to
Gaal.
deal with it.
But not with Van Gaal.
Is that
Remember, it wasn't coming from a club. You get so it's a different ball game for him, because he was coming to meet Manchester United that was trying to start life all over again after Fergie. David Moyes didn't even help the matters, because you were expecting someone to come and just change everything around. That's why the Glazers were ready to give out money. Yes. But we all begin to see that sometimes money don't play football.
Let me Larry. You didn't mention something about the fact that the fans, they've actually turned on him as well. in the last game against
Attack,
Norwich.
attack.
The fans
Do you
were-
usually hear that
the fans-
sound?
Look. Louis van Gaal doesn't understand the English culture.
Okay, yeah.
In England, Manchester United is a brand. It's an institution. There's
right.
a particular way they are expected
Some
to
teams
play,
lose,
even
score
though
Man U.
they lose. It is Manchester United. It is
that's right.
comparable to Real Madrid in global football. It's a brand. They're supposed to play free, flair, attacking football.
Thank
every time.
you.
And then you come with your own philosophy. You defend, and then you don't concede, and then you try to hit
you
on
pass
the break
the ball
and then score
around.
one. Come on.
And when you have
You're
unfortunately
having
catch
9
the
clean
counter, I
sheets now.
promise you.
9 clean sheets, and check the 9 clean sheets. You've dropped out of the top 4 and you've lost in the Champions League, and you're having 9 clean sheets. Of what use is that?
And that is why so many people who have said Ryan Giggs, Gary Neville should take over. I don't blame them because they
That the special
understand
tools.
the
Right.
core
The
of
philosophy.
what it means to be
The special
Manchester
tools.
United.
And then they can tell about the history of the club because they passed through it. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
look at the papers.
That Gary Neville, we asked him what's
Will
happening.
succeed. I
Exactly.
agree with you. I agree with you.
He's
But
the
at
best
least
player right
they will
now.
offer you something.
Thank you. I want to
pleasing
watch
to
good
the eye.
football.
I want to watch Manchester United, and I'm
Larry,
at the edge.
Larry.
I've seen Cantona play, Andy Cole, Dwight
You know,
York, and
yeah.
now I'm
Pause.
seeing
And that's why he's,
Fellaini
under pressure. That's why
Louis
Ashley
Did
Young,
you-
Danny Blaine.
And they are so-
These are
rest of-
all good players.
Yes, they are good players in their own right, but why do they keep passing the ball to the back? Come on, attack. Okay,
Last
complete
season,
sports.
De Gea was the best player for them. This season is turning out to be Chris Smalling, isn't it? It is
So something
sad.
is
It's
wrong.
sad.
There's
Something is wrong.
Yeah.
Something is
At least they
wrong.
were scoring.
Rooney's not even
At least
playing.
under David Moyes, they were scoring. They were scoring. But right now, they're not scoring.